up on you. He's gonna creep up on you. He's gonna creep up on you every single time. He's gonna creep up on you. He's gonna creep up on you. As the seasons change, it's still the same love. And it's here. And it's here. And it's here.
So, writers and learners, we're back. I'm looking to figure out what I want to do with this video. So, initially, I just wanted this to be point of view. You see exactly where I'm headed. Using the filter on the GoPro, just visuals, shadows, aesthetics, all that. Then I realized the audio from the engine was just trashed by the wind. So I was like, all right, that's not going to work. So I realized I wanted to talk a little bit about my plan for this bike. So I have a plan for the channel, but then I realized there's also a plan within the plan. And that's really a plan for this bike in terms of modifications, in terms of how it's going to look, how it's going to perform, things like that. So I thought I'd share that for this video because it'll give you a little intro into what you're going to see in future videos as to what I'm going to be doing with it. I'm also probably going to put out a video of just where what I've done so far and how it looks as of now. Probably I'll see if I can put up a video of what it looked like beforehand, but also what it looks like now, and also just what I'm looking to put on the bike. So, plan for the bike. Oh man, there's a lot of ideas I've had over the last, several months. Trying to figure out, what's the color scheme. Excuse me. What the right color scheme is, what the, how do I want it to perform and look on the street, in terms of how loud this exhaust is and, everything like that. So what I'll do is I'll start with a little bit of the background, right? And then go forward to today and then going into the future. So, it was a straight up in last August, it was a straight up stock bike. And from there, I realized this is beautiful, but, I need to add a little bit of me to the bike. And so probably what that means is it needs to look completely different from what it does right now. Also, there are things that need to be accessible. There are things that need to fit my body and all of that. So, the plan for the bike was really to make it fit me. One of those things were the mirrors. In another video, I'll detail everything. But the mirrors needed to be changed because those stock mirrors were... If anyone has a Triumph Street Twin, or maybe even a Royal Enfield 650, you know that those stock mirrors are basura. It's not good, especially if you have a shoulder frame that, like I do, you're not going to be able to see any traffic behind you. So I knew those had to go. So, it was really initially the practical things that needed to happen. But then after that, I started playing with some different ideas in terms of the way it looked, colors that went with the black finish, the black paint, and then going from there. So, I really went for a brown look as well to connect with the black paint. And so I have that Crafton Atelier seat and the Trip Machine handlebar grips. So again, I'll go deeper into that in another video, but that's kind of where I started. Then from there, I really wanted to think about parts. So the parts, first, I got some parts from British Customs. I'm pretty sure, contrary to the name, I believe they are based out of California. And so, I've gotten some things from there. One of my big purchases, or when I say big purchases, even though they are all a little bit expensive, if you're ever modifying a bike, you do know you're literally investing into this bike. And as a result, I'm investing into this channel. But I ended up really getting a lot of great parts from Motone. Motone's in the UK, in England. So I've been, paying that exchange rate and getting some of the best parts that I could ask for, really. Hopefully, maybe I could be an affiliate at some point. But just put it out there. But other than that, Motone has really done those parts have really done a number on my bike. And so when I show another future video, hopefully in the upcoming couple of weeks, you'll be able to get a little bit of a showcase of what exactly I've done with Motone specifically on this bike. Something also I've noticed from Trip Machine, I gotta respect my brown people. Trip Machine, I believe they're based out of India. They have these amazing. Not only do they have the handlebar grips that I have, they're like tobacco brown, but they have these. What do they call them? The tank pads. So I'm trying to get the tank pads when they come out. On Instagram, they recently put out a little teaser saying that those tank pads are coming. So that is on my list. That is on my to-do list whenever they do come out. Also, their luggage situation, amazing as well. Those are expensive too, but I will have to invest in that at some point. So that's kind of where it's looking now. Lastly, I also have been looking to put more of a brass or gold finish. That's where Motone comes in. But I've been able to put a little bit of small accents of the brass around the bike. Again, we'll detail that later. I don't want to spoil too much. So that's where we are right now. Now, in the future, meaning as soon as, maybe a couple weeks from now, spring going into the summer and beyond, I'm looking towards the exhaust. Now that'll probably be the most expensive part. Now, I've had a little bit of a challenge with the exhaust. So this is going to be a little bit of a story time. So this exhaust situation, I have been researching how to fit the proper exhaust on my bike. Now, initially, again, very new to the mod situation. Initially, I thought that you can just put any freaking exhaust you can and just put it on the bike, right? But not only was it specific to the bike, which, I kind of understood. That's more or less obvious. But on top of that, I have an EU, I believe it was called EU5 bike. So basically, it's to say the least, it is a pain in the behind. I'll put it like that. It is a pain in the butt to try and switch out the exhaust. So I reached out initially to British Customs. British Customs, I was telling them, hey, I have this 2022 Triumph Street Twin. What do I do? I'm hearing on the on the forums online or that Triumph Rat, all that stuff. I'm there and I'm reading that, okay, the mid pipes are welded on to the catalytic converter or the CAT. And then that is stopping any sort of change or modification to the slip-ons, right, to the mid pipe. My heart was broken because actually I never really wanted to change out the CAT. I had no real desire to do so. But I will say, now that I've done a little bit more research, I realize that's something I'm going to need to do. So I saw these the British custom pipes, the slash cut pipes, and those things looked beautiful. So I said I needed to get that. But when I found out that there were these the mid pipes on the Euro 5, sorry, there it is, Euro 5, not EU 5. That's totally different. That's wrong. The Euro 5 models, right? I think there's 2021 to present models of the Triumph series. You have the mid pipes welded on, so you can't do anything with those mid pipes. So I was upset, to be honest. But after more research, so I talked to British Customs on their website. They're a great company because you literally can ask them questions and they actually will answer you on their website, right? On the product page, if you go further down, they do have a portion of their site where you can write reviews, but you also can ask questions and they actually answer. So I appreciate that. But I hear that they're coming out with newer pipes that will fit the Euro 5 model bikes. So stay tuned for that. Now, I'm slightly impatient. So although that's coming in the future, I'm looking to make these changes now. I keep saying this, I'll detail it in other things, in other videos. But the look of the slash cut pipe was just so damn beautiful. I needed to have it. So I haven't done it yet. So it's on my radar. So I then reached out to Motone. Asked them about this situation. So I'm saying, is there any way that these slash cut pipes, because Motone has their own too, is there any way that these pipes can fit? Now, the answer for everyone who's been doing this research as well as the answer is no. But Motone, with those slash cut pipes that they have, those can fit with Euro 5 model bikes if you take out the CAT as well. Now, the header pipes are not welded on. I believe they still have a clamp. But the CAT is welded with the mid pipes. Now, I'm just curious as to how it'll come off. Just because everything I've seen from Stuart Fillingham, actually that's my main guy on YouTube. So shout out to Stuart Fillingham. But other than that, everything I've seen, you have to kind of take off the pipes in order to get the CAT. So this is going to be a project. So this is going to be a thing, I realize, but I am definitely up to the challenge. So that's just some background info for those of you who are also wondering, how in the world am I going to get my custom pipes on, especially if you have a newer Street Twin. A lot of people do get motorcycles used. That's probably one of the better ways to go since you don't have that braking period. I do have a thing with buying certain types of machinery new just in case things do go wrong with the prior owner. But I will say, in regard to this pipe situation, I think I'm going to go full in with Motone. Trust their judgment. They know things better than me. They're the ones doing all the welding, so they would know. I'm gonna go full in and get these pipes sometime, I don't know, within the next month or two. The key thing, though, is trying to find the time to do this. because it does, from what I've heard, replacing the cat and doing this process is a lengthy process. Now, it's not, I'm not trying to be dramatic. It's not going to take, all day and, a full weekend probably, but it does take a few hours, which is probably the most time I put into one sitting on the bike so far. Anything from adding a little bit of oil and changing some things here and there, it's been relatively quick, probably max an hour. But this is gonna test me. Probably test my patience. Probably test my ability. But we're in this. So that's my plan, at least for the future, for the look of the bike. So I'm probably gonna take some time, do a video at some point detailing actually everything I've done so far, and then go into some of the reasoning and the rationale behind it. This is a little bit of a teaser. But, one of the main obstacles was the Euro 5 model. And, how you can still make a Euro 5 Triumph bike yours and your own without having to, pay someone to cut the welding off and, all this other madness. So, something to think about. So Motone, hit me up. I'm trying to partner. Why not? Selfless plug. But I am looking to get these pipes in the next couple of weeks. Actually, let's be honest. Next couple of months. So for now, take a look at the ride. I'm off to a little secret spot in North Carolina. Take a look at the ride. Enjoy yourself. Hope you all have a great day.
Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Gajanya gewara. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana. Una duru koto una gajanya gewara. Osumbana. Osumbana, yeah, Osumbana, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Yeah, osumbana. Ona duru koto ona gajanya gewara osumbana.